What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today, over the next few days, I've actually got a little bit of work that I need to do to the car, to my little ZX2. I need to change the front struts. I need to replace the tensioner, the belt tensioner, and I need to work on the back end because I believe one of the gas tank straps is pretty loose and I'm getting a lot of noise back there, especially when I'm hitting bumps and stuff. I did get my struts in today. Tensioner hasn't showed up yet, but I'll get that. It'll all be part of this same video. Everything will be all part of the same video. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you the struts that I got. I got them from Amazon. If you got a ZX2 and you need some struts, I'll put a link down below in the description for the struts and for the tensioner pulley and tensioner. So they're Unity strut assemblies ready to install. As you can see, I got that box open. They're go ahead and get these out of here. They're pretty standard. So there you have it. It's a pretty standard strut. They should be 4-bolt. And then of course you got your little brackets for your brakes lines. So we'll get to changing those here momentarily to get this video started. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the hood popped here, and I'll start by taking the upper bolts off. These are 14 millimeter. I'm going to spray them down with a little WD-40. Yeah, them have never been off there. These are the factory struts. I'd say after 23 years, I'd say the struts are probably bad, and that's probably where some of the noise is coming from. Because whenever I hit bumps and stuff, and honestly, there's a lot of rust. So real bad rust. Now I know rust doesn't always mean something's no good, but there's an awful lot of it, and it's like swelling up. And so we'll get over here to the other side. Okay, now the upper bolts are off. I'm going to start on the passenger side. Helps if you've got the right size. Okay, then we can go ahead and take the wheel off here. Okay, and then we got a couple bolts here we got to get out. So let me get you in a better angle here. Okay, so there's also this clip that we need to get rid of. Well, we need to pull out of here so that we can pull the brake line. And then we need 17 millimeter for the bolt. I have had these off before for different things throughout the years, so they wasn't really too bad to get out of there. I don't really like hitting things with a metal hammer because I don't like to damage them. So I'll usually use an old rubber mallet or something like that. Something that's got a little give but is still sturdy enough to do what I need it to do. Okay. Yeah, that should come out now. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, that thing looks terrible. No, I'd say the other one's just as bad, if not worse. So, anyways, check up in here, see if anything needs to be cleaned up. Okay, kind of make sure that you're kind of putting them in the right direction, because they do kind of only go in one way, and they need to lean. The upper plate needs to be leaning this way with this facing out, of course. Just a couple bolts on there. Well, a couple of nuts on there to kind of hold it in place for the moment. Okay, that should do for now. And then I still got two more bolts to tighten up there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and give these a little clicky with the torque wrench here to and that should be good for that. Let's see, get this line back in here and put the clip back in, hopefully. And tappy tappy. Alright. Now, we're ready to put the wheel back on here. I'll usually go twice. And that should be good. Alright, so still got these two bolts to do up here. Actually like locking nuts, so they're kind of hard to get on. So anyways, we'll get over to the other side and basically repeat the process. Okay, so I got the driver's side in there now. I didn't see any point in showing you the exact same procedures twice, but I can show you. I know you probably can't tell from the video, but this thing actually sets up probably at least a good 1.5 to 2 inches taller than it did. So these things are definitely factory. So with 23 years of weight and pressure on them, the springs have just, you know, weakened and compressed. So, and of course the bushings in there are pretty messed up and stuff like that. You can see that stuff's all falling apart in there. And so, and then I'd say these rubber pads are just about toast too. So you know, with all that, I would say that they really needed changed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get underneath the back and I'm going to check around and see what and all might be making noises back here. Okay, anyways, alright, so what we got here is this bolt here, but I don't think that's what's causing the problem. I think what's actually causing the problem is that's all the noise I'm hearing, because it's hitting up there. And back here, the hanger is, well, it's about toast, so Alright, so I figured I'd bring you under here, show you what I did. I had to kind of patch this little spot in here. And then I just went ahead and put like a whole new hanger on. See if maybe I can get better light. So I'm sure I could have used the other hanger, the old hanger. It would have probably been fine, but I had this one around anyway, so I went ahead and just replaced it. So anyways, don't look too terrible. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the wire wheel real quick, and then I'm gonna shoot it with some of my 2-in-1 paint and primer. Okay, so now I got a pretty good coat of the paint and primer on. It's probably not gonna protect forever, but I mean, it is 2-in-1, so it's quick. You don't have to worry about priming first and then painting, so I think it'd be alright. Gonna let it dry, and then I'll hang this back up, and I'm gonna go ahead and plug this battery back in. Okay, so that's the struts done. That's the exhaust hanger replaced. I also did go ahead and put me in a new head unit and some new door speakers. There's my new door speakers. They're nothing fancy. Those are the little scotchy, or however you say it, but that's the little head unit. It's just a little power acoustic. It was like on clearance, so it's probably been discontinued, and that's why I got it for 20 bucks. It works really good, sounds really good. Alright, so I got the final piece of the puzzle here. It was 21 bucks on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description below for you if you need a tensioner for your ZX2. So what I need to do is I need to take the power steering pump out of the way. There's a couple of 10 millimeters. You gotta take this top bracket off. Get it out of the way. Like I say, I was having a little trouble with the tensioner several years back, and I ended up having to put 2 different tensioners and 3 different pulleys on to get it to work, and so I was getting tired of doing all these extra bolts. So I just, like I said, I simplified it so that it would be easier for me. Wow, put that one on there pretty good. Out of the way. I think they're 10 millimeter. Yeah, they're 10 millimeter for the pump as well. I need to release the tensioner. reason that the power steering pump has to come out is because there's one bolt that's right behind that hose. Now you could probably just take the hose out, but you still gotta get some other stuff out of the way anyways. Okay, so now we got our tensioner in sight. From down below. Okay, the other bolt is right in there, as you can see, and should be able to get to it pretty easy from down here. Okay, so got the old one out. It may not look like there's much, but whenever it was on there, it was pulling this pretty bad, and then the belt was hanging over. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. I'd say it's this cheapy plastic pulley, but it's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and change the whole thing anyway. Not a super huge ordeal since I already got it off anyhow. I'd say the tensioner is probably still good, so maybe I can just get another pulley and then have it for a spare for later on. You know, if anything, use it for like a temporary thing, if need be. So, anyway, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get the new tensioner, and I'm going to start from the top. I'm going to put the top bolt in first. So, I'm going to go ahead and get set up here and do that. Alright, so we're going to get the new tensioner put in. Bolts. Okay, so now I got a nice, shiny, new tensioner put on. And now, got to put the power steering pump back on. There is a pin guide in the upper right hand side of so it kind of helps guide it. Now I got the power steering pump back on there, and now it's time for the belt, which sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's a pain. So anyways, I can't really show you that because, like I said, I can't hold the camera and do all this stuff at the same time. I don't have 3 or 4 hands. So anyways, I'm gonna do that and then get back with you. And there you have it. It's nice and straight. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and keep this tensioner, the old one. I will need to replace the pulley, but it'll be nice to have one around just in case. As, like I say, the pulley is actually kind of floppy. And to be honest, I'm surprised that this plastic pulley even lasted as long as it did. I actually had it on here for several years. So anyway, if I ever need to do this again, I've at least got this, and then all I'll need to do is buy a pulley. I think that's good enough for this video. Anyhow, I appreciate you guys and gals watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, hit the notifications if you wish. Leave a comment if you want, and have a spectacular day or night, whichever one it is for you. Peace out.